it's been the subject of conversation all week long. Just how different is this offense going to look when they take the field against Georgia? Just how many of these problems are fixable? It would not be the craziest thing in the world to see this offense be able to get back on schedule. Yeah. Like it's absolutely not out of the realm of possibility at all. But I do think it's going to require a lot of improvements across the board. That starts with the coaches, but it also has to do with personnel. And Hugh Freeze talked about it this week. They're just trying to see what's the best way to put these guys in positions to succeed, and taking a look back at their first 5 games, particularly the last 2 games, because there are not many teams and many players in college football that would have been able to succeed the last couple weeks with just kind of the amalgamation of issues that this group has had across the board.
Yeah, no, you're right. Even the first 3 weeks, because Nathan, we know it, we heard it. The first 3 weeks, the questions were, why can't you throw the ball? Why can't you throw the ball deep? Because they weren't having to. They were able to run the football. And now you look the last 2 weeks and you go, man, not running it at all. And so I do think part of it, in my mind, is I think you've seen Oklahoma and Texas A&M scheme to make Auburn believe the box is full. And then you throw the football and they back out, and all of a sudden everything's flooded and there's nowhere to throw the football. I think that's some of it. Now, there's been some open receivers. And as I've been thinking this through this week too, Nathan, we know this is an RPO scheme. This is an offense designed to have a run-pass option. When the defense knows you're not going to run it, but the offensive line still believes there's a chance you're running the football, that puts you in a very bad situation as an offensive lineman, because they're rushing the passer, not worried about the run, but you're still having to run block in theory for the first few plays. And I hadn't really thought about that until I started thinking about it more this week, because I'm thinking about the RPO. For me now, it makes it absolutely a must. If you're going to be an RPO team, you have to run the football. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cannot have it any other way, because we saw Oklahoma and then Texas A&M basically, like, they weren't even worried about the run. I mean, you only really ran it 4 times, in my opinion, Saturday against Texas A&M. If you have a defense that says, look, they're not going to run it, but you're still play faking as if you're running the football, then you're wasting time. Your linemen aren't in position then to be able to pass protect. I think that's a lot of it. I really do. So for me, it starts with, if you're going to RPO, you have to be committed to running the football. I don't think there's, to me, that's starting point number 1. That helps everything you do, in my opinion. If you're running the football, you don't even have to run it great. You just got to be able to run it some to be able to make teams be at least honest on defense.